So Highland Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Sam MacPherson.
There were some questions today about his new album, American Dream Trajectory. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Thank you. I feel good. I feel excited. I think the further I get away from it and the release date, the more I like it, which is nice.
That's good. That's good.
Oh,
Well,
brilliant.
the album's awesome. We listened to it ahead of this. It's awesome. I'm curious what you were feeling kind of going into it. I know the record's been out for a minute, but you mentioned you're liking it more the longer it's been out. So like release week, what were the feelings?
The feelings were I've been listening to these songs for a year and a half, and I've heard them a million times now, and I still love them. Um, but I can't wait to get some miles in between me and
Yeah.
I can't wait to play them live, and I can't wait to experience them in pretty much any other way besides sitting in front of them in front of a pair of nice speakers. I would love to hear it in a car on headphones, and I did check all of that like while we were mixing and whatever, but it's just different when it's out and you can have a different relationship with them.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. And would you be able to tell us if there was any meaning behind the album title or cover art?
Yeah, there was a meaning behind both. Um, American Dream Trajectory, the song I always felt was the closest that I got to on that album of songs that sound like me.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, and that seemed to be the response from people that I played it to. There was just something about that song that kind of had the heart of what I was going for. And really that was just getting as close to myself and what I think as possible.
Mhm.
Um, and the overarching theme of the whole record is just the trials and tribulations of growing up and falling in love and trying to make it and thinking about God and doing all of those things in the scope of America and America now and America for my generation, and kind of comparing it to my parents' generation and older people's generations. Um, and I think you learn a lot. I learned a lot talking to my dad about what growing up was like for him and how he feels about it and how he feels now. And there's a certain kind of, I think, audit that takes place of being like, how much of that am I going to bring with me into my future? And how much of my past is gets to make it into my adult life? And how much of my childhood gets to stick around when I'm, you know, in my late 20s? And yeah, so the whole album was kind of just facing all of those things and facing myself. And
Hmm.
that's kind of where the title came from. And um, the cover art, I just wanted to be reflective of uh, me and um, trying to find that journey and pick up on it wherever I could.
Gotcha. Now, this overarching theme of like the American dream, past, present, and future, is that something that came about as the record was kind of forming, or was that kind of a conscious decision going in when you started writing, knowing that this is kind of what the theme you're going to tackle?
It honestly was just a theme that kind of became unavoidable. Like
Mhm.
as I was writing the songs, I was always coming back to my relationship to the situation or the setting or the scene and how that relates to the people around me and the people I grew up with and where everyone is on their own journey.
Mhm.
So it kind of just became this thing that I kept bumping into that in a very nice way. I was like, well, that's the thing.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And I'm curious just to get a scope of it, when the writing process started and when you had masters in hand, just rough dates. They don't have to be exact, just to get a scope of how long the record took.
It took from I started writing it in August of 2023 and I finished it in handed in the masters in March of 2025.
Okay. So labor of love, but you didn't sit on the final product for all that long.
No, I didn't, which thank God. Uh, thank God.
I know we were talking about what you were feeling release week. I'm sure the
Yeah,
fact that you only sat on it for a couple of months aided in those feelings.
thank God. I You just got to get the thing out the door at some point. You
Yeah.
can't
Exactly.
can't you can't let it be close quarter combat for a long time because you start things just start chemically changing, and it's like, where am I?
Yeah.
Did I just
Exactly.
You don't even know who you are anymore at the end of
no?
it.
Right.
If I can shorten the time between thinking of something and making it and putting it out, that is it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack the code.
Exactly.
So can you tell us a little bit about the writing process for the album?
Yeah, it was the first time in the maybe ever that I was taking a song, writing a story, communicating the story in the song, and then letting it sit a bit and then being like, well, if I am the character in the song or if somebody else is the main character in the song, I want to write a song that talks about how they were feeling the morning before this, or the day after this, or 4 years before this, or their childhood looking up at this moment. And I never have really tried to connect things in a linear way like that. And I didn't write the thing in a linear, you know, I'm starting here and I have to get there. But I was kind of going around and being like, oh, this fits in with that part of that song. And so it's just kind of untangling a web that I was also creating at the
Mhm.
same time,
Hmm.
which was fun. It was fun to kind of puzzle piece things together. And it's fun to be like, well, I'm missing a part of this story. It all became really clear to me of what I still needed to write and what I still wanted to say because I felt like the things that I had already said covered enough ground that I wanted to just move on and do something different every time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. And what song off the album took the longest to write, and which one is your personal favorite?
I guess like the song Whatever You Are, which is the last song on the album, probably took the longest to write because it's two separate songs and I had the first half before the outro for a year kind of. And then when we started tracking it, I just felt like there was more and it became a whole nother song kind of um at the end. So that one probably took the longest. Hail Mary is another one on there that probably took me a year and a half to get right production
Mhm.
wise.
Okay.
And the title track actually was like took me 2 years to write because I just kept going back and changing things and rewriting. And at some point I just like was like, I need to clock out of this.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I completely understand the want of needing some space between the release of this album to
Yeah.
something new now. Because that's, yeah.
Are you a musician as well?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
No,
No, I
just getting it from what you're talking about and
oh
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah,
yeah.
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 Yeah. Just
Yeah.
the timeline and the amount of work and effort and time you put into the songs themselves. It's like, damn, yeah, I can understand needing a little bit of breathing room for them.
Totally. And yeah, it's like I would love to hear anything else but my own voice.
Yeah.
Like a really long time.
Yeah. That's completely fair. That's fair.
And which song off the record is your personal favorite?
I think at the moment it's Whatever You Are. It's the last song on there. Um that's currently my favorite. I was just on a tour and I was just playing it live every night and it was easily the most fun.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. So how the track list for your album come about? Did you write the opener be the opener, closer be a closer, shuffle around, see what fits? What was that process like?
I knew the title track would be the first thing and I knew Whatever You Are would be the last thing and everything else I had no idea. Um and so I was just trying to work out a pacing that felt like just when you thought we were going down one road, we were going down a different road.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep it fresh. Like if I was going to listen to it front to back, there would be songs where I'm like, well, that's two slower ones in a row. Let's completely take a left turn, um, just to keep things interesting. And I've had so many people be like, how the track list makes so much sense. How did you there must have been a math involved and
Mhm.
there wasn't. There was no magic involved at all. It was just like I think that goes there.
It was purely
Vibes.
based on the vibes.
Just a gut feeling. I go back and forth between things about being an artist that you absolutely should be intentional about.
Mm.
And I think track listing is one of those things for the most part. But also like who gives a fuck? I don't know. Like do I actually think that it matters that much? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that that's like if I only had a few things to pick being intentional about that would be the one where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna plant my feet here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's fair enough. In this day and age where everything is about singles and
Singles.
streaming and shuffling, like we do get that plenty of times where it's like just kind of threw shit at the wall and didn't spend too much time on it because who really listens to albums in full anymore? It's more important picking the correct singles versus the track list.
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
probably more important to just have an album in the first place.
Yeah,
I think, it's like as long as you have the neighborhood, I don't know if it matters which door you knock on first. As
yeah.
long as there's like a place to go and a thing to explore, I
Mhm.
think
Mhm.
figure out how they'd like to do that by themselves.
Agreed.
Interesting. Okay, because I typically think, I mean, just with how music is going
You're
nowadays.
gonna be like, I think track listing is the most important thing ever.
So I don't think it's the most important thing. I like track listing because I'm a big album listener. I listen to
Yeah,
albums until I'm sick of it, and then I turn it on shuffle so then it has a different track listing.
sure.
But I'm thinking like because of music and how it is now, I see a lot more bands dropping just singles, and then at the end of the year or however long they've been dropping their singles, they just compile it into a record. So I
Right.
guess it is kind of like both sides of the coin where it's like as long as there is like an album to go to at the end of the day, it works out. But it's just a lot of people are just dropping singles now. And it's just like it's I don't know, it feels like we're losing the art of music. Not to get on like a fucking soapbox or anything. I love albums. So I completely agree with you. The album should be like the main appeal, I guess. I don't know.
Do you think you would have a different relationship to your favorite albums if the track listing was different?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
I would.
Wow.
Yeah, because I have a lot of different it a lot of my favorite records, I'm thinking like when I first discovered music and kind of at least the alternative scene
Yeah.
are concept records.
Yeah.
So just kind of the storyline and the pacing and kind of where each song goes. Shane, I'm referencing like fucking 21 Pilots. Some,
No.
just,
No, no, yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that is kind of where my love for albums came from because it's a story to follow.
Sure.
More recently, I guess in the pacing of a record, I feel like if it isn't a concept record, it does matter because like what is it? Alpha Wolf's new album, what is it, Half Living Things,
Mhm.
Yep.
I feel like it is important because it is such a in your face heavy record that kind of where they placed the slower songs definitely mattered. So it wasn't kind of like all blocked in one spot or it wasn't all
Sure.
at the end. It was just kind of evenly balanced. So I feel like as long as there is some thought put into it with the placing of each individual track, I think it's good. It's
Yeah.
I like to see
I'm
some
with you
thought put
there.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't think it should be just thrown to the wind. I think
Yeah.
as long as there's like the speed limit for every zone,
Yeah,
It's
Exactly. Yeah.
free for all.
Damn straight. I completely
absolutely.
agree.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And would you be able to tell us where your headspace is at while you're creating the record?
My headspace while creating the record is kind of like somebody in a car that's like driving like really, really fast and you're in the passenger seat and they're almost going so fast that's like a little bit uncomfortable,
Hmm.
but you're
Hmm.
like, hey, I trust you. It'll be fine.
It's in God's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't up to me. I'm just
I'm just
here.
here for the ride.
I
Yeah.
am just feeding you peanuts from the shotgun. Uh
Peanuts specifically. All right.
yeah, I don't know. It
Hmm.
felt it felt like I was very much in control, but it also felt like I was very present and just a servant to the process, which I really, really enjoyed. Um, because there's like deadlines exist and art and deadlines are an interesting relationship.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I think sometimes maybe they're a necessary evil
Hmm.
because otherwise I would just play around all day
Yeah.
forever. Um, but my headspace, I guess, creating it was just I was constantly just trying to stay inspired. And if I wasn't feeling inspired, there was enough people around that I trusted that somebody in the room could get everyone there, I think.
Hmm.
Um, so it was beautiful. I'm really grateful. It was like one of the best experiences of my life, um, in terms of learning and in terms of enjoyment and in terms of memories. And yeah, we kept it fun.
That's
Fuck
great to
yeah,
hear.
that's
Hell
good to
yeah.
hear.
So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this album for the first time? Should you do in the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on? Is workout album, party album? What do you personally recommend?
I think it's definitely more of a summer record than anything.
Mhm.
I think if you have that one street in your town where everyone kind of just drives it as sort of the agenda for the night, this is a great album for that.
Mhm.
I think it's there are songs where if you're one of those listeners where you like need to sit down and focus on the lyrics, there's plenty of that.
Mhm.
Um, but I also hope that people can put it on and not feel pressure to enjoy it in any other way than just checking in and out and hearing it.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. And this one should be super, super quick off the top of your head. I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
Thoughtful.
Okay.
I'd say it's beautiful in many ways,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say it's personal.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Good
those are
things.
good. And in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the album?
I hope that they are not afraid to see themselves in some of the songs. Um, I think I think these songs kind of a lot of these songs were me facing myself, and that I think that that takes a certain type of accountability, and it's not always pretty. So I would hope that everyone gets a chance to confront themselves if they have to or want to or think that they would benefit from that in some way.
Yeah, I like that.
Wonderful. Okay. And are you able to touch on any particularly challenging or standout moments during the creation of the album, positive or negative?
Joy Again, the song was really, really hard to get right production wise.
Mhm.
And for a song that's called Joy Again, it made me so angry.
That's nice. Yeah.
It made me so fucking angry
Mhm.
for long periods of time because it
Mhm.
just felt like had all the parts, but I didn't know how to put them together. And I
Mhm.
didn't know what
It's annoying.
would feel the best when they were put together. However, when we did finally crack the thing, it was amazing.
What pushed you to keep going with that song, since it was, giving you such a visceral reaction?
It was that I loved the song and I loved the idea and I loved the feeling behind it. And it was like the song is funny to me because it's about like my brother sitting on my couch getting broken up with and being dramatic. And there was like a certain lightness about the song and a certain silliness about the song that made being really serious and angry at the creation process almost funnier and
All
ironic.
right. Yeah.
And it was kind of like taunting me, like
Mhm.
teasing, like, why can't you figure this out, you dumb idiot? It's like the song's called Joy Again, and you're like pacing back and forth angrily about this song.
Yeah.
So it just felt more and more, the more time I spent not being able to figure out, the more I wanted to figure it out.
Mhm.
Um, so it's just like a love-hate relationship.
That makes
Angry
sense.
puzzle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
It's probably from that like semicircle sort of like pseudo refrigerated section where it's like cheese sticks and like
Oh
fruit,
yeah. Oh
you
yeah. I know
know?
what you're
Yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Yep.
No?
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
think like one of those those little like veggie cups with like
Yes.
ranch in it.
Yeah.
It's like this is gonna do nothing for me calorically or health wise. However, it feels like the lesser evil than everything else that's in here.
Mhm.
And on tour, you like slowly morph into like a gas station protein bar. Like I think your chemically your body like slowly transforms the more you eat them.
Yeah, your cells. Yeah.
I feel like something from that, like again, pseudo healthy little refrigerated section is probably what I'm going with, just to make myself feel like I'm trying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do.
It's the effort.
Yeah, I do that when I'm at Penn Station. I get the veggie cup with the hummus because it's the illusion of
Exactly.
health. It was like $6, but it's the illusion of health.
Jesus.
It's
Penn
like
Station.
like
Whoa.
$6 for like 3 pieces of cut celery and a carrot.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I
Yeah.
don't even like
I just-
celery that much.
What? Okay, that's
Who
you need to fix
does?
that. Wait,
does?
hey, wait.
Come on,
Hey.
you don't You don't go home and you're like, oh God, I need to crack open a stalk right now. I
You got
need a
me there.
stalk.
I've never
I
thought
need a
that before.
stalk so bad. No one has ever
Fuck,
said it.
man. No. Damn. Okay, you got me. Shit. I
You guys
guess I
want
don't
to come
fuck with
over?
celery as much as I thought I did.
You guys want to come over? We'll crack a few stalks open.
Hey, man, I just got a new pack of celery. Who's on the way?
You guys trying to lose your minds tonight or what?
Who's ready to get crazy? Hell
Let's
yeah.
get crazy.
It's fucking dumb. For this question, if your band and your music project was a dish, what dish would it be and why?
It would be a number 13 from Jersey Mike's at Mike's Way.
Oh,
Uh, because honestly, so many of the songs were fueled by number 13s from Jersey Mike's. I think it probably has slowly crept into the DNA of the music.
so protein bar and Mike's is just what you're built of right now.
God, it sounds so disgusting. It sounds
Yeah.
so disgusting out of context. But when you're on the road and you
Mhm,
see a Jersey Mike's,
mhm.
that's like
The Holy
the
Land.
closest you can get to real food in like the middle of the country.
Yeah.
It's fair enough. Yeah. As long as it's not Subway.
As long as it's not Subway.
Yeah. Wawa on top, though.
Exactly. Like,
I don't know. Sometimes when I want my sandwich not to taste that good, I go to Subway. Like if I'm just craving shitty food, I go to
Shit
Subway.
sandwich.
when you
What
need,
is
when you,
wrong with
yeah,
you?
when you need to
A
like,
lot.
yeah, that's insane. When you need to like recalibrate your palate to like
Exactly.
appreciate food,
Like I
you're
just
like,
need to
want,
humble your
I just
palate.
want the food to suck.
That's
yeah,
awful.
I need
You
to knock myself down a peg.
Yeah.
That's gotta be
I've had,
self-harm
I've had
in
way
some
too
way,
much good
dog.
food recently. I want Subway.
It's been too good
Yeah.
recently.
The pickles
Damn, dude,
are the pickles are
get your
brown.
restaurant list. Where the fuck you been?
That's the exact I'm saying. Jesus, dude.
Man.
And for the last couple questions, going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
I mean, I guess if you're gonna die, there's like, it's really not any consequences the next day you have to deal with. So like
Yeah.
you could just like
Exactly.
dog shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably like a wood oven fired pepperoni pizza
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
with like just a nice crispy glass of beer.
Hell yeah. And crack a
Solid.
celery stick on the side.
You
Mm.
just when you think it's over and the dream's fading, you just pull out a stalk and
Start gnawing on it.
start gnawing on that thing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And you know,
Dude, no, I don't. I don't do that. Don't put that on me, man.
oh, come on, you know.
That's
No, I
why she
don't try
texted
to
me
relate to
and
me
said
like
she had
that.
a heart out for this because she just there's celery sitting on her fucking porch right now,
I got
and she's
celery
gnawing
waiting
on
for
that
me.
shit when this is over.
Shut
Sure.
the fuck up.
It's staring at me, eyeing
That's
me
crazy.
down.
That's crazy. It's sitting in front of me right now. I don't even have any ranch or anything, man. I'm just gonna go at it.
Self-control. The self-control.
I respect it,
You're a
Glory.
warrior. Have
Thank
you been
you.
comfortable with the word hero yet? I bet that gets thrown around in
I get it a lot. I get it
your
a lot.
atmosphere.
Yeah. And if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
I mean, I'm not really a Harry Potter guy, I suppose, but I guess like being in that world would be cool, you know?
Yeah, it'd be dope.
Anything that's a bit like magical.
You know,
No,
house
we
girl?
don't we want a bit of magic?
We all want a little magic.
A little sparkle here. Hmm?
A little bit of magic with that celery.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I was gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
there's two things I know for sure. I know I'm speaking on behalf of America here, but I think everyone in America wants magic and celery.
And celery. That's the American dream.
You want to talk about
Yeah.
throw my record in the fucking bin. You want to talk about the American dream? It's
Mhm.
magic and it's celery.
Celery. Yeah.
That's it.
Ask any person on the street, what do you want? What do you want from
Want to talk
America?
about a consensus?
Mm,
Those two.
yeah.
Yeah.
Leave
I
a
think
comment down below if you
You want celery right now.
Yeah. On a scale
how's
of
it
one to celery, if that's your favorite food, please leave a
Please
comment.
let us know.
Yeah.
Please.
Mm.
Yeah, probably Harry Potter. I don't know. I don't really know what other magical worlds exists. Like, can you think of any on the top of your head?
Wizard 101.
It's all wizards, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's like,
Wizards of Waverly Place.
yeah. What is it,
Yeah.
like the fairy show?
Unless you get into like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's like what am I gonna do there? You
You
know?
got magic there. Oh,
There's
well,
definitely magic there. It's like I don't what am I gonna bring to that table?
they kind of got everything covered.
They
Yeah.
got a lot. They got a guy for everything. A
Yeah.
guy, a gal.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Anyway.
Harry Potter it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And I've done a asking the last question. Every single person I've spoken to have said that is the most important question. What is your favorite color?
I don't want to give you a stock color.
Appreciate that.
People usually give like blue.
And well, if they
Mhm.
give blue, we go specific
You just can't,
shade.
you just close the laptop.
Just kick him out, actually. Fuck, dude.
I love the color iron black,
Mhm.
which is like it's like kind of like a matte washed black.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of, it's one of those colors that feels washed, like it's like been through some stuff.
Yeah.
And same, I feel the same about like a forest green.
Our screen's good.
I'm gonna say iron black for right now, though.
I'll take it.
All right. So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Other than that album, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you. It's been Sam MacPherson, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.